Hello, I'm Mark Ackerman with HHOHHU.com. Today we're going to build the ignition system for the HHO home heating unit. The home heating unit's ignition system is very simple and very effective. What we're going to use basically is an igniter or a striker for a barbecue grill, a gas barbecue grill. It consists of a unit that has a positive and negative. When the button is pushed, an electrical shock will be generated, which, if these 2 points are put in proximity of each other, will produce a spark. In a propane or gas barbecue system, this would be grounded to the barbecue itself, and then the other would be put in proximity to the burner where the gas is coming out. Now what this does is when the gas is turned on, it builds up within the unit, and when that spark hits, it ignites that gas. That's why when you push it, you'll hear a certain burst when the gas is flaming. Now, in our case, it doesn't do this with the hydrogen, so we're going to have to modify it just a little bit. First of all, we have our igniter, and we have a couple different wires. Now, we've put ends on these wires to connect them a little bit more efficiently. These other ends hook directly to the igniter. Now, we have a couple different pieces here. First of all, we have our torch end, which is going to be connected to a plate. Now, any type of plate will work. This one in particular came with the striker, and we're going to utilize this. Now, we also need to have something that will interrupt the ground and the positive end of the striker. What we've done is we've taken a little bit of PC board, which can resist the heat, yet it is non-conductant. Now we take this within our plate and we put a screw through it. Now I'm going to take a washer and the screw, and I'm going to put that through the plate. Now I drilled a hole in this case that is just large enough for the screw to pass through. So I'm actually going to screw that through the board. It can have a little bit of give, but I wanted this to be as tight as possible because we want the unit to be very rigid. On the other side, we are going to take our grounding unit. We're going to put another washer and then a nut. And we're going to lengthen this a little bit. Now, we don't necessarily need to lengthen it. All that we're trying to accomplish is make it to where one unit is not one element of this is not grounded. Now, on the other side of this, let's take a screw and let's take our longer wire. Now, this is going to be our positive, and we're going to put this screw through the base, and we're going to take our shorter end and put onto here like so. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to screw it together so it's very, very tight. Okay. The other end is very simple. We take the screw, we put it through the PC board. In this case, we're going to screw it through as well. We're going to take the longer wire. Now you can see these wires just have a simple end that we've soldered on. We're going to hook that to the board. We're going to put our nut over the top of this. Again, we're going to tighten this up. I'm using a needle nose pliers in this case on one side, and we're going to tighten the screw on the other. It's plenty tight. We have our wires which can be positioned together. You can see that there's a gap between these two. And on this base, we can then take our torch tip. And in this case, this is a very, very tight fit, which is just fine. Now we're going to screw that tip directly into our torch. So you can see when we make the adjustments, you can see that when we make the connection, you can see that there is a gap above here with the two wires. We have a positive that is not grounded to the plate or to the torch, and we have a negative that is grounded to the plate and the torch. When we hook these two connectors to our ignition system, and it's wired into the unit, once the button is pushed, it will create a spark between these two wires. Now, this spark goes directly through the stream of hydrogen that's being produced from the torch, causing the hydrogen to ignite and burn. It's a very simple process. It's something that anyone can do in just a matter of moments. Thank you for joining me today. Please go to our next tutorial and follow the instructions to complete your HHO home heating unit.